Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something that's way more than just an IT headache for nonprofits: data privacy. Seriously, it's at the very heart of building trust and making sure your mission can actually succeed in the long run.
All right, let's just jump right in. This is a question a lot of organizations don't really think about, but the answer? It's hiding in plain sight. It's all about the data, the very stuff that powers all the amazing work you do.
And this is the real balancing act every single nonprofit is dealing with. The same information that lets you raise funds and help people, well, it's also a huge liability. It's a total double-edged sword, and you've got to be careful.
So let's break this down. Let's look at the kind of super sensitive info your organization is handling, like every single day.
I mean, just look at this list. The personal weight of this data it's huge. We're not talking about customer preferences for a coffee shop here. Nonprofits are custodians of the most intimate parts of people's lives. We're talking everything from bank details to the incredibly personal stories of the communities you're trying to help.
Okay, so what happens if you drop the ball on protecting all this personal stuff? The fallout isn't just some theoretical problem. It can be absolutely mission-ending. I'm not exaggerating.
And this is the most important thing to get. It's not really about losing a spreadsheet of data. It's about shattering the trust you've built with your supporters. And once that trust is gone, man, getting it back is next to impossible.
And this number right here just drives that point home. 62% of nonprofit leaders say keeping donors is their #1 priority. Well, guess what? A data breach attacks that priority head-on. It's simple. If people don't trust you with their data, they're not going to stick around.
And it's not just about trust. There are real, hard costs. We're talking hefty fines. Laws like GDPR have serious teeth, and the penalties can be huge. That's money that should be going to your programs, not to regulators.
Then there's your reputation. In today's world, bad news travels fast, like really fast. A data breach can wreck your good name in an instant, and that doesn't just scare off current donors, it poisons the well for future supporters, volunteers, everyone.
And let's not forget the chaos it causes inside your own walls. Suddenly, your team isn't focused on the mission anymore. They're in full-on crisis mode, damage control, investigations, you name it. For a staff that's probably already stretched thin, it can bring everything to a complete standstill.
So, okay, that's the scary stuff. How do you actually protect your organization? The answer isn't to just stop using data. No way. It's about building a digital shield. And that starts with a really solid, easy-to-understand privacy policy.
And please, this can't just be a wall of legal text that nobody reads. It needs to be a clear, transparent promise to your community. It should cover these key areas in plain English. Think of it as your public pledge. Here's how we're going to protect the information you've entrusted to us.
Now, I know building this out can feel like a huge project, but you can break it down into these 6 steps. It gives you a roadmap, right? From figuring out what data you even have to making sure someone is actually in charge of keeping it safe.
The good news is, you don't have to do all this on your own with a bunch of spreadsheets. Technology can be a huge help here, making compliance way simpler and automating a lot of the tough stuff.
I mean, let's be real for a second. Trying to keep up with changing laws and a growing list of supporters using manual checklists, it's just a recipe for disaster. It's overwhelming, and frankly, it's where human error creeps in.
And that's exactly where modern donor management platforms are a game changer. They're designed with these kinds of security features built right in from the start. They automate the protection so your team doesn't have to sweat it.
This quote really nails it. Instead of having data scattered across a million different spreadsheets and email inboxes, a good platform pulls it all into one secure place. That alone cuts down your risk profile a lot.
So yeah, the benefits are pretty obvious. You get fewer mistakes, compliance becomes much easier to handle, and, this is the big one, your team gets to spend its time on your actual mission, not on administrative nightmares.
All right, so let's bring this all together. The main point is this: data privacy is not just about dodging a fine or ticking a compliance box. It's way bigger than that. It's actually the foundation of your entire organization.
It's like a chain reaction, right? When you have strong data privacy, you build donor trust. That trust makes it easier to stay compliant. And all of that together is what keeps your mission going for the long haul. You see, it's all connected.
At the end of the day, being transparent and secure with data is one of your most powerful tools for keeping your supporters engaged. It sends a clear message. We see you as a person, a partner in our mission, not just as a row in a database.
So that's the question I want to leave you with. The one to take back to your next team meeting. Is your data policy actively building trust, or is it quietly breaking it? Because how you answer that will define the future of your mission.